I'm going to be giving you 7 tips and tricks to help you dramatically improve at Modern Warfare 3 in under 5 minutes. First things first. You obviously need a loadout or a class setup. And with this year's Modern Warfare 3, they've added a really cool feature to the gunsmith, which allows you to see every stat you could possibly think of and help you make the right choice when it comes to picking the right attachment for the build that you want. Simply press whichever button it is for your choice of console or PC, where it will pull up this screen full of stats and information for you to use to your advantage. Previously, you'd only find this level of detail when it comes to the stats of different weapons and attachments using external websites like sim.gg. And it just gives you a much more in-depth look at what's actually changing on your weapon when you're changing through all the different attachments instead of just a few green or red arrows. A side note to this, and you can now actually favorite attachments so you don't have to scroll through, say, 50 underbarrels to find the exact one that you want to be using. Now that you've dialed in your class setup, you have to practice. And I mean really practice. Particularly if you're interested in getting better at the game in the long run, the only way you're going to do this is through repetition. Now, this doesn't mean you have to be on 12 hours a day, 7 days a week like your favorite streamer, but just testing out your class and attachments for even 5 minutes in the firing range after you've put it together is a great way to get a feel for how the weapon handles. Now, if you really want to take it to the next step, 30 minutes before your boys jump on for a game, set up a private match against bots on Rust and set them to the easiest difficulty to start with and slowly crank this up. While you're in that private match, really focus on getting your aim right, your movement right, and that slide cancelling action down to an absolute T in an environment that has no pressure, and it doesn't matter if you mess up. And again, if you really want to take this up to the next level, I suggest you turn off aim assist against these bots. I like to do this before I load into a game of Warzone or even just a multiplayer game. Turn off aim assist and you can set the bots to regular or recruit difficulty, get at least 50 kills, and then once you turn aim assist back on, I promise you, it'll feel like you're using cheats. You'll be locking onto players in a real game with absolute ease. As I said, I do this at least 30 minutes before the rest of my squad jump online, or if they're already online, you can do a private scrim against them. Build up muscle memory of when to slide and when to cancel it, when to jump and how far around corners you should jump, etc. and really get a feel for the flow and rhythm of this new game. Another thing you want to pay attention to is the minimap. The classic minimap is back this year. Last year, like with many issues with the game, it just didn't function how we have become accustomed to over the years. But now if someone's shooting an unsuppressed weapon, they will actually show up on your minimap as a red dot, which can help give you vital information about where the enemy team is, and it can even help you read spawns, as usually if you see a cluster of 3 or 4 red dots on one side of the map, you know you're going to be spawning on the other, and they're over there. Unless, of course, you get some of the dodgy spawns that we've been seeing so far in week 1. Now, to further aid with the minimap, the CCT comms vest improves the minimap even further by zooming out when there's a friendly UAV. You get a bigger view of the map itself, and whenever you walk over an enemy's body, you get a singular ping on the map as if you've just got a UAV as well, which is particularly great if you're on a team that's struggling to keep getting UAVs or they keep getting shot down by someone doing a challenge. Next up, I'm going to focus on audio. And audio in this year's title is massively improved so far compared to previous years. You can actually hear enemy footsteps pretty well. And this can be improved upon yet again with a bone conduction headset. This makes them even louder and even better. You'll be able to tell which direction they're coming from. So you could be like, okay, I hear 2 people in this corridor next to me and they're about to come through this door, so you could set yourself up and be ready to take them out. I do have a full settings video on my channel. I'll leave a link to it in the description below, and maybe even a pop-up in the corner here somewhere. And while you're at it, leave a comment down below letting me know how you're enjoying or not enjoying Modern Warfare 3 so far. And of course, like, subscribe, and smash that notification bell to keep up to date with all my future videos. I'm currently posting long and short form content every day of the week. Now, back to the video. If you're always struggling to get VTOL jet, chopper gunner, UAV, counter UAV, no matter what it is, you can actually change your kill streaks to score streaks. Now, this means if you're capturing flags and domination, planting bombs, getting a kill, throwing a stun grenade and getting an assist, picking up dog tags and kill confirms, or any other objective game mode, you can actually earn streaks and get them faster and more consistently too. This feature has actually been around for a while, but I know not many people actually know it's there. And it can be a complete game changer and actually turn your fortunes around as a team if you're constantly able to get UAVs quickly. As it goes without saying, knowing where the enemy team is a massive advantage. And finally, for this video, although many of you have played these maps in 2009, they've changed some of the angles and the routes that we can take. And if you're new, a great way to learn these maps is to just simply explore them. And again, do this in a private match and learn the hidden spots like this one here on Karachi. This is a perfect example. It looks over the middle of the map. You're hard to see from all angles and you're directly looking over the B flag on domination. There's loads more different jump spots on all the different maps now, thanks to the mantle feature that's been in the last few Call of Duties that wasn't present back in 2009, meaning you'll be able to pick off a couple quick and easy kills. It's very important to learn the maps and you'll have more fun and you'll get a better flow throughout. Now, we're not too far away from closing off week 1 of Modern Warfare 3 and seeing some of the first big updates and changes that are going to come to the game. So make sure you stay tuned and up to date with all things Call of Duty by subscribing to the channel. And as always, I hope you all have a wonderful day.